The dog pound is buzzing, and it's for a good reason. The Browns are making waves in free agency with a bold trade for Brian Thomas Jr., a young offensive star that promises to shake things up under Todd Monken. As we dive into this analysis, expect to see how this move could redefine the future for Cleveland. With the draft looming, the stakes have never been higher. Here we go, Brownies. Let's be real. This matters because it signals how the front office is prioritizing the roster right now. The Chargers are shaking things up in the mock draft world, and it's got implications for the dog pound. One mock draft has a really realistic move for Los Angeles, projecting them to trade down. With a front office that loves to wheel and deal, it's a no-brainer that the Chargers will be navigating the draft board in search of value. Their general manager's reputation for striking deals on draft day precedes him, adding an extra layer of intrigue to how this all plays out. This trading presence could affect the Browns' strategy as they look to secure key players. If the Chargers move up or down the board, the ripple effect can impact who's available at number 24. Picture this. If the Chargers are trading out of the first round, they're potentially creating a pathway for teams looking to snag game changers. The Browns are in a position to capitalize with their eyes on someone who can bolster that defense. Let's be real, the Browns can't afford to sit back and let opportunities pass them by. The landscape is shifting, and with teams jockeying for position, Cleveland needs to make smart moves that align with their vision under the new regime. The clock is ticking, and as expectations ramp up, it's essential for the front office to show they mean business. The dog pound is ready to rally behind a strategy that keeps the team competitive and aggressive. The next few weeks are crucial, and how the Browns respond could redefine their approach heading into the draft. Let's break down what's happening with the Chargers and how it intersects with the Browns. The Chargers are sitting in an interesting position at number 21 in the upcoming draft, a prime spot for potential trade opportunities as teams look to snag quarterbacks. We've seen this scenario play out before. Remember that move where they capitalized by trading up for Ladd McConkey? That kind of aggressive maneuvering could certainly shake things up for teams like Cleveland. My take? The Browns might look to trade up from number 24, especially if they have their eyes on someone like Clemson edge TJ Parker. It's about making a statement and addressing that defense, which has been a key focus for fans who have been through enough heartache already. With quarterback-needy teams getting desperate, the Chargers' willingness to trade down could create a ripple effect. If they decide to move and get new assets, it could leave a vacuum in talent that the Browns can exploit. The value on the board is going to be crucial, and every team knows a solid deal can mean getting a difference maker. The dog pound is ready for the organization to pounce and finally show they can make the right moves. Cleveland needs to think smart and aggressive, responding to the current situation with a clear plan that reflects their ambitious goals. The offseason is the time for the Browns to claim their space in the spotlight, making this year's draft something to remember. The Browns are rumored to potentially make a move for a young star wide receiver, and the buzz is all about the impact this could have on their offense. With Todd Monken stepping in as head coach, it's a fresh start for Cleveland, but they can't just sit on their hands. The truth is, Monken has already proven himself as one of the smartest offensive play callers in the NFL, even if he didn't get as many calls for interviews as he probably should have. This could work to the Browns' advantage as they look to revamp their playbook and elevate the team's performance. Predictions are swirling that Cleveland will land a young offensive star, and if they go through with a trade, it's likely going to cost them a haul of draft picks. But when you're trying to rebuild and regain that competitive edge, taking risks is part of the game. The dog pound has seen enough years of instability and questionable decisions. It's time to be aggressive, to make moves that genuinely transform this roster. This is the moment where the Browns can show they're not afraid to invest in talent that can change the course of their season, especially with a new offensive vision on the table. And as fans, we know how critical it is to secure players who can immediately contribute. The emphasis is on building an offense that's persistent, effective, and capable of executing on all fronts. The clock is ticking for the Browns, and any opportunity to land a young star has to be capitalized upon. Every move they make towards strengthening this team sends a clear message. Cleveland is ready to ride or die in pursuit of success. With that kind of motivation, we can anticipate a draft season that could be defining for this franchise and its faithful supporters. The reaction from the dog pound to the trade for Brian Thomas Jr. has been electric, and it's clear that fans are ready to embrace this fresh shot of hope. The buzz is not just about what he can bring on the field, but also how he can shake up the locker room dynamics. Old wounds from past decisions bubble to the surface, but this time it feels different. The addition of a young talent like Thomas signals that the front office isn't afraid to make bold moves. The competition for positions will heat up, pushing everyone to elevate their game. This energy can create a more competitive atmosphere, essential for a team that needs to break free from historical instability. In my opinion, this trade reflects a strategic shift that could really set the tone this season. With stakes this high, the front office has to keep that fire burning, because the dog pound won't settle for anything less than aggressive, transformative moves. Here we go, Brownies. Let's be real, this matters because it signals how the front office is prioritizing the roster right now. The reaction from the dog pound has been nothing short of explosive, and it's clear that the fan base is buzzing with hope. This isn't just another trade, it's a fresh wave of excitement that could energize the entire locker room. Old doubts and frustrations linger, but Brian Thomas Jr. brings a promise of change. It's not just about talent, it's about how this can inject some life into a place that's been through turmoil. Healthy competition for positions is critical, especially as Monken seeks to build a cohesive unit. Here's the deal. The front office needs to maintain this momentum and not let opportunities slip through their fingers. With every move signaling a more aggressive approach, the expectations have never been higher. It's time for the Browns to step up and deliver, because, let's be real, the dog pound deserves that. There's a buzz in the air, and it feels like this season could be something truly special. Here we go, Brownies. The truth is, this kind of detail is usually where the real direction of the team shows up first. The energy around the dog pound is pulsating, and that excitement isn't just noise. It's a clear indication that the crowd is all in on Brian Thomas Jr. It's like a breath of fresh air, revitalizing not only the team's offensive potential, but also the locker room atmosphere. Fans sense it too. There's a palpable buzz that signals the beginning of a new chapter. Old frustrations linger from past seasons, but with each trade decision, there's a chance to wipe the slate clean and focus on what truly matters: winning. The competition for starting positions will undoubtedly ramp up. With a talent like Thomas, the onus is on every player to elevate their game. This shift can ignite a fierce battle among the roster, pushing everyone to prove their worth. And let's face it, that's exactly what this team needs coming off years of instability. A healthy dose of competition is essential to build a resilient squad, especially with Monken's vision for an explosive offense dominating discussions. Looking at the broader picture, this trade reflects a strategic commitment from the Browns front office. They're signaling to the fan base, and let's be real, to the league, that Cleveland isn't just here to play it safe. This is a franchise ready to take calculated risks to reshape its destiny. The expectation is sky high, and if that drive translates into smart moves and a cohesive team, we could finally see the dog pound rewarded for its relentless faith. With every decision made, the Browns are not just constructing a roster, they're crafting a narrative of ambition, aggression, and a relentless pursuit of success. Buckle up, folks, because the road ahead looks very promising, and this season might just be the turning point we've all been waiting for.